Why are we so quick to throw away the values of our past? I've said this before on Twitter that I find it very sad we spend most of our time in universities deconstructing and destroying tradition and culture instead of creating any. This is the problem with postmodernism and deconstruction of older values. We've deconstructed religion, race, gender roles, tradition, the nuclear family, and much more. What have we left ourselves with? A generation of lost and confused individuals with no identity. As Brendan O'Neill has stated, nothing speaks more profoundly to the crisis of character than the phrase, "I identify as." I am a builder, I am a mother, I am a Jew. There was a confidence, a certainty to their sense of identity, and to their declaration of it. O'Neill's words ring true when looking at the millennial crisis of character. It's tough to know who you are when all the guidelines have been doused in oil and burned, even for things previously seen as innate, such as gender. To be fair, no one wants to be held down by societal constraints. No one wants to be forced to have a certain religion, 2.5 kids, a white picket fence, and a dog named Spot. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just not a life that's going to suit everyone. But instead of just being open to other ideas than this nuclear family and traditional lifestyle, what postmodernism has wrought is the deconstruction and rejection of old ideas, most of which still hold a lot of value. You see this very clearly with feminism, where feminists will stand up for the woman who wants to get a degree in lesbian dance theory and go to free the nipple protests, but not the woman who wants to stay conservative and be a stay-at-home mother. In fact, these feminists will attack the latter. As of late, academics in the education system have rejected the idea of the nuclear family, despite it truly being one of the backbones of our society. Linda Gordon, a radical feminist writer, has stated, "The nuclear family must be destroyed, and people must find better ways of living together. Families have supported oppression by separating people into small, isolated units, unable to join together to fight for common interests." Out of all the traditional values being attacked, the nuclear family is probably the most important and vital of them, and will have the most devastating effect when destroyed. The war on men and boys has contributed to this greatly. Our mocking of the father figure, the idea that somehow young boys don't need a father around, despite the fact that there is a large amount of evidence showing that children raised by single mothers are more likely to fare worse in education, social and emotional development, and health and success. They are also at greater risk of parental abuse and neglect. The rise of third-wave feminism, where women are encouraged to be sexually promiscuous, grow out their armpits, stay out of healthy relationships, and disregard their appearance, has not caused for an increase in women's happiness. Instead, it has caused for a drastic decrease. We may have this notion that the generations before us were unenlightened for acting more conservative, humble, hardworking, and patriotic than us. But after we deconstructed that, what did we replace it with? Narcissism, censorship, selfishness, and entitlement? We've become a generation of lost, confused, and angry people.